Meet Nelson. Nelson is 14 years old.
My name is Nelson Budia. I'm a student in grade 10. My mother is a single mother, and we usually live in one room with my mother. And I'm a student, so I learn at Ikombe Secondary School.
He lives with his mother and his two younger siblings in a one-room apartment next to the shopping area in his village. Nelson's favorite thing to do is borrow his friend's bike and ride around the neighborhood. He's the fastest biker of all his friends, and he can do tricks, which he calls magic. He's also a big fan of football. Who's the best player?
Messi is a perfect one.
Nelson also loves to cook, using his family's Chico, a small metal stove that uses less wood than a traditional stove fireplace. Every morning, he gets up at 5 a.m. to get himself ready for school, washing his face and clothes. If there's no water left from the day before, he has to walk 2 kilometers to the river, carrying it back on his shoulders like this. Is it heavy? Yes. Usually, he only has tea with milk for breakfast, or leftovers from the night before if there are any. His favorite food? Ugali, with cabbage and chapatis. After breakfast, he walks about 3 kilometers to school. In school, Nelson loves to study technology, particularly phones. But a challenge is that for technology class, he would need to bring his own phone, which his family can't afford right now. When he gets home from school in the evening, he does his chores and studies for the next day. If his mother is working late, he will cook so she can eat and rest. When he has time, he likes to play soccer with his friends. His friends will cross the street and play soccer here or at the primary school where they have a bigger field. However, Nelson doesn't get a lot of free time. On weekends and holidays, he often helps his mom picking tea leaves in the fields nearby to help them earn a little extra money. Nelson's dream for the future is to be a lawyer or a teacher. Why? To help people and help them get justice, because he's seen his own family be treated unfairly. Nelson and his family know what it feels like to be outsiders. Mary, Nelson's mother, has a very difficult story. She was only able to go to school for a couple years when she was young. She got married young, and her husband did not treat her well. She had to run away with her children. She now raises her 4 kids as a single mom, which is really difficult when you don't have education. The family has been moved several times through many towns looking to find work and safety. In each new community, it takes a long time for the community to accept and trust the family. Even at school, Nelson can feel like an outsider when the other kids bully him for where he lives.
It's like your friends, they usually laugh at you because of living like these rented houses. Now they laugh at you because they have their own homes.
Okay.
Even they laugh at me because I don't have a room of myself because we live in one room with my mother.
Everything started to change when a local church decided to love the outsider. This is Elder Beth, who met and started a close friendship with Mary.
Madam Mary Redemoe.
So I've known Madam Mary
For almost 3 years.
for almost 3 years.
Akumalira kiria kinyita masani itora lya gwitu.
Since the time she came and started working as a cashier within our area.
Akijoin kanisa gwitu.
She joined our local church,
Wakifugi CCNS church.
Wakifugi SSNS Church,
Na ikoro ya murumiriri mwega.
and she became a very good follower.
Akoretwo musirika witu mwega wa kanitha.
She's been a good follower.
A very hard working woman.
She's hardworking.
A very jovial woman.
She's jovial.
Ona ndungemenya ati ni ageragira challenges cia muturire.
Seeing her from some other place, you can't really tell that she is going through a lot in terms of family.
Na nditumwendete muno.
We love her.
The church became a new home for the family. Nelson loves to go there on weekends and sing songs with other youth. The church has stepped in to help them in many ways, such as supporting Nelson for the Kids at Risk program. Church members and Mary's neighbors also helped create a fundraiser for Nelson's older brother who is entering college. It's not about just one-way help. Mary has helped the church in many ways too, including getting things to support the church with her own money when she can. Pastor Benson has also become a good friend of the family. Here he is explaining why it's so important to the church to show and tell their community about God's love.
Church should help the community, just as is being recorded in the Gospel according to Matthew chapter 5, whereby the scripture tells us that we are the light of the world and we are the salt of the world. Once the church helps the community, then the church becomes the light to the community. When the church helps the community, they becomes the salt of the world.
So many good things have happened for Nelson and his family because of God's church. And while there are still hard days, they now have a strong community and more hope for the future.
Ndendete guthoma muno
I personally wanted to pursue my studies,
no ndiahotire
but there were challenges, so I was unable to continue.
na nikio ngoragwo ndina kigiriko kiingi muno
So it's painful for me
ngiona ciana ciakwa no ciage guthoma
when I see when I struggle to like provide school fees for my kids, because I would want them to attain the highest education they possible.
niacenjetie muno
He has really changed.
tondu nikarite mundu mukenu
He seems quite happy.
tondu hindi iria ataraingirite cukuru
When he hasn't joined grade 10
ni undu wa lack of money
because of lack of school fees.
ni ahanite tangigia na depression
He looked as if he was to get depressed,
na kihana taratukanirwo
and he always looked a bit confused.
but riria aiguire ni eguthoma
But but when he got the good news that he was joining grade 10,
akoretwo mundu mukenu
he has been quite happy.
Done this, you pay my school fees. That's makes me to have a very big hope. It's so that I can say that I can be a teacher. Yes.
tondu ni mungiritie maithori
Because you've lapped my tears.
tondu hau munginyetie
You've brought me,
na njuge murathimo
and God bless you.